Hi, friends. Welcome to the Nomadic Spaces podcast. I am your host, Sarah Bronstein from Suka Interior Design. This is where we talk all things interior design, nomadic spaces, and happy homes. You'll learn interior design strategies to successfully transform your home into a beautiful and functional space that supports your unique lifestyle. If you are enjoying this show, please help us by taking a sec to subscribe, rate, share, or leave a review. Thank you for your support and for listening. Now, let's get into today's show. Did you know that a well-designed vacation home can lead to an increased return of investment of 20% on average? After 5 years as an interior designer for the largest vacation property management company in the country, I have a ton of insider tips I'm really excited to share with you today. The name of the game is to appeal to the most renters as possible. And the majority of vacation home renters are looking for a balance. The comfort of home balanced with the unique, clean, and luxury experience of a hotel. A few reasons why you should invest in interior design for your vacation rental property. 1, to stand out in photos. 2, increased nightly rates. 3, more consistent bookings. 4, positive reviews. Today, we're going to go into detail as I talk about the interior design strategies I use to design successful vacation rentals and Airbnbs to maximize revenue through standout photos, increased nightly rates, more consistent bookings, and positive reviews. Number 1, make it an experience. I think it's helpful if you think about it less of furnishing a house and more about creating special experiences for your guests. Maybe it's a hammock on the deck overlooking a view, or a cozy reading nook in an egg chair by the fire. Whatever it is, think about what you can offer that folks don't have access to at home. Design with guest experience in mind. Positive reviews are a short-term rental equivalent of gold. And negative reviews can be detrimental. They can be hard to come back from. So think about how to make the experience unique and elevated. This doesn't have to be extravagant. It's just the intention that really counts. Invest in comfortable bedding, comfortable mattresses. Keep in mind that renters are generally still looking for luxury amenities of a hotel, and a clean and comfortable bed is at the top of the list. Folks are usually on vacation to get some rest and relaxation, so losing sleep on an uncomfortable mattress is probably going to put a damper on their vacay, and subsequently on your ratings and reviews. People vacation to spend time together, whether it be with friends, family, extended family, chosen family. So make sure that your main spaces, like living room and dining room, can comfortably fit the people staying. This should be considered when you set up your occupancy. Can you imagine getting together with your extended family, 10 to 12 of you, in a beautiful, huge home, but the dining table only seats 6 of you? Not fun. Also consider how it would feel to stay as a guest in the flow. Example, can you move through the entryway with a lot of luggage, or is there furniture in the way? Include board games and things that bring people together. Pool tables are a very hot search filter. Number 1 led right into this, which is number 2, maximize occupancy with comfort at the forefront. Occupancy plays a huge role in revenue from a vacation rental property. Occupancy is the number of guests your property can sleep. Typically, the more bedrooms and guests the property can hold, the higher the nightly rate. Consider sleeper sofas and day beds in common areas, and trundles or bunk beds in bedrooms, especially those spaces directed at kids. The majority of folks renting vacation rental homes are there to enjoy time off with their family and friends, so it's important to have spaces where everyone can gather. Consider the experience of staying at a property with said number of people. For example, if you have 2 full bathrooms and are advertising an occupancy of 20 people, can imagine that could get pretty uncomfortable pretty quick. You also want to make sure that things like the septic system can handle the number of people you are listing for occupancy. There are also likely local codes or restrictions depending on the location of your property. So do your due diligence and look into that. For example, some markets define a bedroom as a room that has a door and a closet, which would affect occupancy because generally markets will restrict occupancy by 2 people per bedroom plus 2 people. For example, if you have a 3-bedroom home that you're renting, the occupancy could be 8, which would be 2 per each bedroom and 2 in the living room. Number 3, add a statement element to each room. In Airbnb design, you can actually go a little funkier and brighter with your design and style and colors, more so than you might want to do in a live-in residence. And there are multiple reasons for this. The largest being, this helps your property stand out in photos. A dramatic focal point, such as a unique egg chair or an accent wall, will drive attention to your property. Another example could be hiring an artist to paint a mural on an exterior pool wall, or using a unique wallpaper in a bathroom or bedroom. Try to consider creating social media moments. Social media can be a huge and free form of marketing for Airbnbs. More and more even have their own Instagram accounts and have become destinations in their own right. I'm including a few of these in the show notes. One is the Joshua Treehouse. 2 is the East River Rest. So be sure to check those out in the show notes and head over to their Instagrams and see what I'm talking about. Social media exposure not only drives bookings, but can lead to additional features on other travel accounts and even grab the attention of major publications, including the New York Times, Dwell, Domino, and Architectural Digest. Especially if you are looking to invest in multiple properties, this is a great way to develop brand partnerships for future projects in terms of furniture, materials, and decor. Number 4, incorporate local. Folks who will be staying at your property are in a new destination. Help immerse them in the local vibes. Style should lean into the location type. For example, a cabin in the mountains should lean more towards a rustic modern look. When we did a project in the Redwoods, we sourced local materials, or we hired someone to source local materials, create a live edge coffee and dining table from the wood from local trees. Can also incorporate local references in decor. For example, in a Nashville project, we used black and white photos of historical Broadway. Quick tip, don't be too literal. Interior design should be subtle and clever, not cliche and obvious. For example, I think we've all seen the overdone beach condo, probably plastered in pictures and prints of lobsters and whales, other aquatic creatures. Instead, I would suggest taking colors from the sunsets to use in accent colors in the decor and incorporate coastal textures into our decor like rope lamps or rattan chairs. You could also explore partnerships with local artisans or retailers where they would give you product for your renters to then potentially purchase. You'll want to be on top of replacing things if they sell. But if you're a hands-on owner looking to save on upfront design costs, this could be a great option. It also creates a unique and memorable experience for the guests with a souvenir they might not otherwise have. An example is a local artist might loan you pieces of art to hang in your property with small prices displayed for your guests to purchase. Number 5 is plants. The psychological benefits of plants in a space is huge. You can check out episode 2 about design psychology for more detail on this. Additionally, plants really pop in photos and help a space feel complete, fresh, and intentional. Remember, photos are super important for vacation rentals. I like to think of them as headshots of the property. So adding plants can be considered staging props. I often will use fake plants in short-term rentals since real ones would be hard to maintain. Number 6, pay attention to outdoor spaces. Add decks, gazebos, and outdoor spaces with comfortable furniture and lighting to enjoy day and night. Definitely include a barbecue grill if you can, and think about adding a fire pit area unless it's restricted, which some of the drier markets, like parts of California, will be. You can also consider a horseshoe or bocce ball court, or something else that's unique that someone wouldn't necessarily have access to at home. If possible, include a hot tub. According to a study by Airbnb, Airbnb listings with a hot tub can charge an average of $46 more per night than those without. That means that a hot tub can increase revenue by almost 40%. Number 7, include a workspace. While it may seem counterintuitive to provide someone with a place to work while they're on a vacation, it's become an increasingly popular amenity for vacation rentals. Doesn't mean you need to dedicate a whole room to be an office, but consider a desk in a small quiet nook or a multi-use room with a desk and a sleeper sofa, so it can be converted into a bedroom or office just depending on guest needs. Number 8, invest in quality and durability. Too often, I see folks doing things as cheaply as possible to decorate their vacation rental, under the assumption it's going to get messed up anyway. This is just not a good strategy for return of investments. There are tons of budget-friendly ways to furnish and decorate a property, but durability and longevity have to be a top consideration. And here's why. If things break or are uncomfortable because they're cheaply made, you open the gate for negative reviews, which you want to avoid at all costs. It's also not cost effective to fill the place with stuff that's going to break and need replacing. It will affect revenue if you have to block rentals for replacements to arrive. An example, the cheap Amazon bed frame you ordered breaks during a guest stay. Maybe your thought process is, well, 2 of those cheaper Amazon bed frames is still less than a bed frame from Pottery Barn or West Elm. But you're not factoring in the cost of the replacement, the total cost of the replacement, not just the product cost. You will likely be losing earnings blocking the unit from rentals until that new bed frame arrives and is set up. And that's assuming you don't have renters already booked, in which case you're in a serious time crunch. If you are working through a property management company, you'll still probably have to pay for the staff to accept the delivery and the time it takes them to assemble the item. And that's not mentioning that the guests staying when the bed frame broke will likely leave a negative review. So in short, cheaping out on quality is ultimately setting yourself up for more work, potentially negative ratings, additional replacement costs, and not to mention unnecessary wastes. Things will happen in a vacation rental, but it's best to set yourself up for success by spending money on quality pieces in the right places. Design professionals like myself can help you decide where to invest and where to save in the right places. Hopefully this episode helps give you inspiration and direction for how to furnish and decorate your vacation rental property. Thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you so much for listening. If you have a sec to subscribe, rate, share, or leave a review, that would mean the world.